Fibonacci numbers. Not a very easy topic. However, let us dive right in and crack the code. So, hello everyone, welcome to this intermediate algorithm challenge from FreeCodeCamp, which is called Sum All Odd Fibonacci Numbers. Now the Fibonacci numbers are a special type of numbers. I'm going to show you in a moment, but first I have to say sorry because I recorded this video, it had no audio, so I had to re-record this. The previous ones did have audio, so I have no idea what happened. And the other videos before this one, they also didn't have any audio, so I had to re-record them. And because of that, I am just here with the solution. But I'm gonna go over the solution, explain it to you. Since I've gotten some feedback that these videos are not so bad, like they might be better than live coding because I can explain more in detail what I've done instead of explaining at the same time as coding, then I might just keep them as the standard, as the new standard. So let's talk about the algorithm by itself. We have an input in the function, inside of the function. That input is going to be the maximum number. Up to that number, we will get all the odd numbers that appear in the series of Fibonacci. Now the series of Fibonacci is a series of numbers that are built basically by adding the current number with the previous number, and then you get a newer number that is higher. Now I have a short sequence here, just so you see. Now if we have 10 here, the sequence would be, so we start with 0. Actually the current number should be 1, but because 0 has no numerical value, we can just skip it. So we got 0. If we start with the current one, which is 1, we add 1 to 0, we got 1. We add 1 to 1, we got 2. We add 1 to 2, we got 3. We add 3 to 2, we got 5. And we add 3 to 5, we got 8. And so on. 8 plus 5 is 13. Yeah, but since we got 10 as our input, that's gonna be the maximum, it's gonna be our roof, let's say. So the current number is 1. Why current number? Because that's gonna be the lowest value that we choose. Now, and that's gonna change, by the way, in the loop later on. That's why the name is not lowest, it is current, because it is gonna change. Now it's going to start at the lowest value, which is 1. Then we have previous. The previous number to the current number for now is 0. That's also going to change within the loop. The previous number is going to become the current number after every iteration. So then, result. Result is going to be the end result. That's also going to change within the while loop. I prepared a while loop, but I think you can also do a for loop, although, yeah, maybe. So the while loop is gonna run forever until the current number exceeds, before it exceeds the input number, 10 in this case, but it could also be any other value. And we're gonna add up the current number. So in this case 1, but it's gonna change afterwards. After every iteration, we're gonna add the current number to the result, because we know that it's an odd Fibonacci number. Like the lowest number we start with is 1, and we know that's an odd number, and it's also Fibonacci, so we won the lottery. We are only gonna do that if that current number is not divisible by 2. This is a pattern that you will see very often in mathematical code, which basically translates to if this is not divisible by 2, because this is the modulus operator. So if we get a rest from dividing the number by x, in this case 2, so in that case we know that it's odd. It's not an even number because it is not divisible by 2. And then we can add it to the result because we know it's an odd number and it's Fibonacci. Now, how do we know it is Fibonacci? Basically by the next step, which is that the current number is going to become this, by the way, you can also write it like this. Current number is equal to current plus previous. It was just a way to shorten it, but maybe it doesn't make sense. It's more visible like this. So the current number is going to become the current number plus the previous number. Like I said, current number plus previous number, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, and so on. So that's going to be in the next iteration. Now, when we sum up, when we add 8 plus 5, we got 13. Yeah, we got 13. 13 is higher than the input number, so the loop is not going to run there. Then we got the previous number. We are going to rewrite the previous number. It's going to basically become the current number, but since we already overwrote the current number, we have to subtract the previous number from the current number. And like that, we get the current numbers that we had before for the next iteration. So if the new current number is 2, and we subtract the previous number, which was 1 here, we got 1. But here, 8, we subtract 3, which is the previous number, and we got the new previous number, which is 5. So it's a bit complex, but if you have a visual image of what it is, then I think that basically makes everything easier. And last but not least, we are returning the result. So running the tests, we pass them, and you might have questions about this one. Please write your questions down below in the comments. I will try to respond to all questions and suggestions in the comments. So if you like this video and you like the content that you're seeing, it would really help me if you like this video and subscribe. Thanks a lot, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.